Welcome to another episode of the Oxygen Not Included series, and as you can see we have a little pop-up. There has been an update since the last time I recorded. I do believe I mentioned that previously, so it has been dropped and we have a little message. It says, "Welcome to the Expressive update. This update introduces a new morale system that replaces food and decor expectations that were found in the previous versions of the game. The game you are trying to load was created before this system was introduced and will need to be updated. You may either enable the new morale system on this save, removing food and decor expectations. It's possible that when you load your save, the old colony won't meet your colony's new morale needs, so they'll receive a 5-cycle morale boost to give you time to adjust. Or we can disable the morale in this save. The new morale mechanics will still be visible, but not affect your dupe's stress. Food and decor expectations will no longer exist in this save." That'd be fantastic, because then I don't know how they would be stressed, but I'm going to go ahead and say bring on the morale. So there we go, we got the morale update helper pop up over their head, and I was going to really quickly go over a couple of the things that are in the update. I would hit play, but I feel like they have a knack for getting into messes when I'm not looking, so maybe I'll let them go. So the key features are they have new animations so that they will now react when they gain new status effects and notice important things that happen around them. They will now interact with each other, so they'll talk in the halls, they'll chat while working, or compliment each other on a job well done. They will just converse in general. There's now a new colony scheduling system, and we'll look into that this episode. There's a new, some new recreation buildings, things like the water cooler, jukebox, and arcade. I imagine those will all be very difficult to make, because that's how this game works. Oh, so you can see these little pop-ups, like he's wondering about the hatch. That kind of stuff, so that's cool. And then the morale was the other thing. There's also a new transformer, which we won't be getting into for a while. There's new lore entries, and new sounds, apparently. I don't know what those were because I wasn't looking, so hopefully it wasn't too important. And they've completed animations and sounds. The rest of the creature animations, including babies, wrangling, and morphs, have all been completed along with a number of buildings which previously had been silent. So there's more noise. Cool. Let's get in here and take a look. So it's going to be interesting seeing if I recognize what has sounds and what didn't before. I know that sound was there. So yes. Woo-woo! She's happy about something. Good job, Snoops. Ooh, and they're happy because they saw each other. That's cool. It's gonna be fun. I'm happy that they're finally interacting with each other because they had like 0 interactions with each other before. So that's good. How's the hatch rate coming? It's at 16%. They take quite a long time unless you have an incubation station, I think. Let's go ahead and get this stuff swept. Maybe on like a cancel that? Nope. Cancel that. Get the sweep on a little higher. Ooh, we should actually also look at the scheduling. Let's give that a nope. Pause. Buttons are hard to remember. Alright, so we have bath time, work, downtime, bedtime. Okay. Cool, so you can use it to paint. And then it looks like you can have different schedules for different people. So if we had, it'd be cool if there were, oh, simmer down, slow down. So if you had somebody who was like a night owl or something, I don't know if that's a thing or not, but you could have them sleep at a different time schedule. So, oh, and that means you could schedule them different times in the bathroom. So I wonder if bath time is just showering or like using the restroom. So we could do like time slots so that only certain people are going at certain hours. So like, oh, they're all happy because the research was finished. That's awesome. I love these little thought bubbles. I can't wait to pay more attention to it. So I guess, oh, okay. Ooh, missing research center. Why? I guess the higher research? Yeah, we need a supercomputer. It's in the works, I think. Maybe? I'm kind of surprised we don't have one yet. What's our next research? Ah, pressure management. I didn't think about needing that supercomputer and where to put it. I guess I'll figure that out. So I'm gonna spend a minute getting the schedule set up. I'm going to try to offset it so that there's only 2 people who are allowed to go to the bathroom at a time, and they'll be like an hour after each other. I'll show you when I'm done. So I'm gonna kind of let this, see how this works and if I'm happy with the timing of everything. But for right now, the first hour of the day for these 2 is going to the bathroom, and then for these 2 it's the second hour. And then we have 2 blocks of downtime and 3 blocks of bedtime. So we'll see how that goes. What if they'd have like a different... if they'd get upset if they were sleeping at a time that wasn't designated night? Because there's no like visual differences, I don't think, between night and day. Because we're in the middle of an asteroid. So, I don't know if that would actually affect them or not. So that would be interesting to play around with. So we got that research completed. Good. Insufficient oxygen generation, which we're aware of. Alright, so I'm gonna take a look and see if there's any of the new stuff that we can build off the bat. Okay, so we can make a water cooler. It's preferred in the recreation room and provides a gathering place for duplicates during leisure time. Improves morale. And it looks like it does actually take water and stores water. So I don't know when that was unlocked or if it's unlocked by default. It'd be kind of fun to put it next to the job board. Seems a little fitting. Spaces is so weird set up from my usual. I think it's just because like where this water is and everything. Something there maybe. If plants grow in here. I guess a good question is it the rec room? It's a 64. Opposed to the 96. So that one would be on the side. So maybe the rec room could be here? So, let me draw that out real quick. Alright. So I kind of put a little bit of the markings on it, but if I do too much of it, we actually run out of materials. So that's not good. It looks like we do need to get somebody to be a digger. Do we have... oh, we don't have a drop board. Ah, what's over here? This doesn't look like carbon. Is it? Ah. I thought it was just black, but that has like pinks and stuff in it. I wonder if it's... well... oh, wow. Look at that! Carbon dioxide's purple now. Not just straight like... well, see, here it's black. Why is this one purple? And like... red. Ah, it's weird. It's like a... I don't know why it's a different color. Weirded out. Nothing else looks like a different color. Interesting. So let's go ahead and click on a dupe. That's oxygen. You can click on that if I want, but hope he's had pleasant chit chat. Sore morale helper. So that's for just getting our morale up. Hungry, new friend, grimy, new job. Is there... so it still says stress. Okay, here's morale. So with what we would normally have, their morale would be 2. But I don't know like what numbers are good to be at. So right now it's at 22. So it'll be interesting to see. I will find out in 4 days, it would appear. So the next step I should get to would be probably the purifying stuff. Yeah. Purifying the water and everything over here. Or just like starting to get the urine out of the way, really. So let's go ahead and dig this. Again, I don't know how much of that they can get without a digger. I think he can only... he's needed for that, at least. Okay. I'm gonna wait for these guys to get this stuff dug up. Where's our egg? Is this our new... no, because it was at 16%. Okay, let's give this a pause. Critter egg. I have a hatch egg. It got put away. Huh. I don't want that. put away. So I don't know what happened to activate it, because it wasn't before, clearly. So let's copy those settings everywhere in those. It's interesting. It used to be that when you would dig underneath your hatch, or a wild hatch, it would attack you. But I don't think I've ever seen, since the updates, I haven't seen the hatches attack. So that's cool. It was kind of annoying. But it was like the only way your dupes ever took any damage was because of a hatch. Those little jerks. Oh, that sound was quite the sound. It startled me. So, schedule clock downtime times 3. So now it's their downtime. I don't know what they're gonna do during this time of downtime, but here we go. Play? Okay. So they're gonna eat. They seem to be thinking about the sink. Speaking of which. Anyone, Jeremy? Good. Okay. So it looks like part of the downtime is eating. This is gonna be really exciting if you can schedule these. Oh. They don't seem to like something. You guys are right. Oh yeah, I don't know what that was all about. They're probably grossed out by the lice loaf. We'll see if they get it again from what they're doing. Yeah. Oh, they didn't like that. Sorry, buddies. At least that guy didn't care. Food shortage. Alright, so it looks like time to switch back to the dirt. Sorry, my little dupes. It's kind of weird hearing all of these new sounds because I don't know what they associate with, you know? So like I'll hear something be like, hello? Was that a creature? Was it one of the dupes? What's wrong? I don't know. It's gonna take some getting used to. All the new sounds. It's amazing what sounds do for a game and like how quickly you can learn what those sounds mean. The first game I ever really experienced that with was Ark. You quickly learned exactly what dino made what sounds, and it was crazy. Like, I didn't think that would be possible, but what you can recognize from just the sounds of in games is pretty impressive. Ooh, another new sound. It's work time for 2 people. So for 2 people, which is Hopper and Chance, I believe, it's now the bathing time. So it doesn't look like this Hopper's doing anything. I haven't been paying attention to see if anyone's been using the bathroom at any time or what, but we'll see. So they don't like the wash bins. And it's a new time. So now it's work and bath time. If it's gonna do that every hour though, we may need to change our schedule options. Because that might get old quickly. Man, even with the new dupe, now that Hopper's part of the crew, I still don't feel like we have enough to be really running well enough. Between someone who needs to be cooking, someone needs to be researching, and someone needs to be powering it, that leaves one person who's doing other things. Like the picking up, the building, the digging, all of that is one dupe. So, yeah, once this gets up, it will definitely be... I will be considering somebody. Hopefully there's someone worth considering there. Somebody appreciated something. Let's see. What did you appreciate there, Hopper? I think it was that he was just happy that somebody leveled up. Oh, they're just happy to have downtime. That's good. This is gonna be a lot of fun. It seems more intuitive than the stress was before. Just like... yeah, I don't know. I think this is gonna work nicer. We'll see though. That makes me so happy seeing them interacting. Like, Chance just gave Snoops a thumbs up for working so hard kind of deal. And I like these new animations for their feet getting wet. They like kick the water off, which is cool. And it might be more of a deterrent for people to not allow them to get their feet wet, because before it took the stress down, obviously. It like made them more stressed and everything, but in the end it didn't really matter a lot. But if you're someone who wants things to be really efficient, if they have to take the time to do an animation of kicking off the water then it takes down time that they could be doing other things, and so maybe people will be a little more, care a little more about that kind of stuff, which I think is good. So Chance just went in and went to the bathroom, and so it doesn't look like what was titled bath is going to be bathroom, which is a little fortunate because it would have been really nice to kind of control that, but I understand not controlling that, you know. But it does mean I will probably remove those schedules because there's no reason to have that playing when there's not showers for them to be taking. So I think when it said bath, it just literally meant you can go bathe. So it's interesting. So Hopper's talking, quote unquote, I guess, but I feel like its voice is much higher than like when you hear them around. I'm not sure. I'd have to kind of pay attention. You alright there, buddy? It's got diarrhea, it looks like. I don't know if that's what the problem is. Check for germs. We're good. They do have germs in their bodies, but I'm not sure why. It might just be left over. Night, guys. I'm having a really hard time deciding what the next priority is. Is it getting them beds? Or if it's getting this whole system up and running? I'm kind of leaning towards half-half. Tearing this down, getting it so that I can at least get rid of these polluted water, put them in here, and then get the bed, and then we can come back to doing the other half of the room. So we'll see. Oh, yay! Our dupes are finally ready to be printed, and I've taken a look, and I think I'm leaning towards Gosmond? I don't want a binge eater, especially with -5 athletics. I don't want a destructive one, especially one who is anemic and has irritable bowel. So I think I'm leaning towards this one, even though it is a slow learner. They will eventually get out of the negative the more they level up their learning. So there's that. They also have a high cooking, tinkering, and strength. And it says Gosmans are major goofballs who can make anyone laugh. So let's give this dupe a new name, which is Muffin. Thanks to the closed palm for the new name. It's very cute, and it's on one of my favorite looking dupes. So let's go ahead and print our new family member. Slow down. Hi there, Muffin! Yeah, cutie! Alright, so I think that might be it for this episode. Hopefully it's kind of around the right time. I don't know, I felt like there was a lot of breaks in there waiting for stuff to happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.